what are people still buying? So let's just look at the marketplace right now. What are people still buying? Like, let's look right now. A lot of people in the tech industry and other industries, right? We're starting to see people, even the banking industry. Somebody I know is in the banking. That's where I come from, the banking world, and they're even seeing, some layoffs. Okay, so we know a lot of tech giants and whatever laid off. Okay, so let's fill the gap. These people, typically were executives. They're making money. They have some money still to spend. What would they buy right now? So maybe you can help them with building the resume. Some of these people have not been in the corporate world for, had to do a resume for probably the last 5, 6, 7, 10 years. If you're great at resume building, help them with their resumes. Put that out there if you know how to do that. So let's start thinking about what does the world need right now? Different than, 2020 and the pandemic. What does the world need right now? If people have lost their jobs right now, they need help with LinkedIn. Maybe you're a great strategist with LinkedIn. These people haven't polished up their LinkedIn in years because they didn't have to. They had a job, right? Help people with LinkedIn. Help people, like I said, with resume building. Maybe people need headshots. Maybe you can show them, how to dress in a corporate environment, or how not to dress, so corporate and be a little bit more, casual. Like, this is what people need help with. What else did I write down? People need help with interviews. So some of you guys do so good at interviews, right? And you're thinking, oh, what can I do right now? Well, you could create a course or do a retreat or do a masterclass, a workshop on how to get back into the workforce, or how to be great at interviewing. These are the things that people are buying. So what they were buying before, during COVID, or during the pandemic, or after COVID, things are a little different now. So we got to get with the times. We got to move with the market, right? And this doesn't mean to say starting a new business. Are you starting a new business, Be Edified? Am I? No. I'm still course creation, but I wanted to give people ideas on what they could create courses and digital products about, right? So I'm still in my same lane. But are you, Be Edified? Are you starting a new business? Let me know. Something else that people need help with and they're looking for is another income stream. Okay. Yep. That's where I come in. I help people with new income streams all the time. So yeah, that's something that people need. Like, they're looking for side hustles. Some of them are like, hey, Angelique, I have my corporate job, or, I have my, corporate business, or I've got this and that, but hey, I just want to make sure I'm going to be okay. I want to make sure my family's going to be able to eat. I'm going to make sure, that, I'm able to make my mortgage and stuff like that. So if you got some cool, like, maybe you do Amazon, maybe you flip cars. If people are wanting to know right now, how do I make an additional income? Like, maybe you do like I do. I help people create courses. Like, start thinking about what the market needs. What does the market need right now, you guys? What does the market need? They need, like I said, they need jobs. They need to feel gainfully employed. Maybe you help people with stocks or crypto. That's another way people can make money. Look out the world. Like I said, other people right now want to woosah. They don't want all the pressure. They don't want all the stress. Maybe you know how to help people meditate. Maybe you know how to, I took a course myself on breathing in from my stomach and out through the mouth. Like, I took a course on that recently, and it was a workshop. It was live and everything. I had a great time. So maybe you can help people with wellness, or how to soothe their stress right now. Cause a lot of people are under some stress right now. People are trying to save their businesses. People are trying to make sure their employees make payroll. People are trying to make sure the banks don't fail. So people are a little bit, maybe a little bit stressed out. But maybe you can help them with that. People want to know how to, work out and release their stress. They're trying to figure that out. Help them with that. Maybe you can show people how to sleep better at night. A lot of you guys have some great ways, to sleep better. And that's a way to relieve stress. And it's a great self-care thing as well. So again, you guys, are people buying? Yes, they're buying. My calendar this week and next week is full of people. And again, full transparency, it wasn't full last month, and April was better. March was a little, it was a little interesting, I'll just say. But you guys, people are still buying. The fact that people are still on my calendar, they're still interested in creating courses, they're still interested in how to make money. This is a key to you guys. This is how you come into the market. You can make money, you guys, as long as you fill that gap, okay? And then just a couple of key things before I part my ways with you guys. Something, if you are seeing a slowdown in sales, if you are not seeing your calendar booked up as much, if you are seeing, things aren't going the way you want to, it might be time to get creative. I remember when I was in mortgages, when rates would go up, and that's another people are concerned about, the rates are going up and the banks are doing this and the banks are doing that. sometimes as an entrepreneur, 'cause you can't quit, right? Because you got to still make money. You're going to have to lace them shoes up a little bit tighter and go a little bit faster. But when you're an entrepreneur, there's no, I'm going to let go or I'm going to quit. Can't do that. We just got to fill a need. We got to make sure we look at the economy, look at the worldscape right now, the landscape right now, and just say, what's the need? Okay, so people need to release stress because of, they're thinking there might be a recession, or hey, people need to get back out into the workforce and they need to learn how to do their resume. So that's what I was going all over. And again, something that got creative for me is I started asking people for referrals. So I got a plethora of old clients. Sure did. You have to go back and ask them, like, hey, I'll help you launch your course. You made money from your course. Can you tell some people about me? This is something I learned from, real estate, being in my real estate days. Like, again, sometimes you got to just get scrappy with it. Where the deals were just coming really easy for me before, now I'm having to do some new things, and that's fine. Another thing is I joined more networking groups. So I was already in 2 that were here nationally, but then I added another one that's more international. So now I have, folks who are in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, something a little bit different for me, but I'm willing to do it, right? I'm gonna give it 3 months, give it 4 months, and see if it works, see what I can make happen. And they're already connecting with me with people and setting up calls, so I'm excited about that. Another thing I had to do was change my messaging. I sure did. The same messaging that I have been using for the last year and some months, because it's been working. And if you find something that works, don't switch it until a thing, but mine started, I saw a decline. So I had to make some switches to it. But keep in mind, and my girl Jacint, you guys should follow her. She's all about money making tips and budgeting. Jacint, I think it's Jacint Gems, Jacent. She told me, she's like, hey, Angelic, you might have to switch up your messaging. What was working 3 months ago, your audience might be in a different world 3 months later, right? So what was working in January and February, now people are thinking about a looming recession. People are looking at banks failing. That wasn't happening then, or it was just getting ready to start. Interest rates are rising. So I had to look at that. The world is changing. So my messaging that worked in 2022 might not work in 2023. And so you might want to look at that as well. Look at your messaging. What was working before? What do they say? Fat Joe say, yesterday's price is not today's price. So yesterday's messaging might not be today's messaging. So yeah, you guys, those are my tips. So are people still buying? Yes. We just have to make sure we are filling a gap. And Ray, you definitely are filling a gap. People are trying to figure out how to save more money, what to do with their money. So you helping them with that is going to be a good one. Make sure you're keying in on that. What does the market need? And whatever the market needs right now, fill that, and you will continue to be prosperous. You'll continue to make money. You'll make it through whatever the economy does. Figure out what they want and give it to them, and you'll always be able to make money.